So, very good evening, ma'am. Thank you for joining this session. So, how are you, ma'am?
First of all, I want to say thanks to you uh, for having me here. And yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. So, ma'am, in this meeting, I will ask some questions related to your English journey. So, my first question is that how did you learn this language?
Okay, how did I learn this language? So I can say English is my second language, and after intermediate, I had to be study in the English. So all the subjects was in English, and after completing my diploma, I went for my graduation. I did my BTech. The atmosphere was the same. I mean, for English only. There were only English speaker. So I can say, I mean, just because of those atmosphere, gravitated to learn this language, and I did this by just reading, and speaking is the main key for this, and I just followed those things, and still I'm learning the things to become fluent.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
How long have you been learning this language?
I mean, if I'm talking about particular learning, so I mean, it's been 6 months. I'm giving my full attention for this I mean, language. Otherwise, I never haven't gone for such kind of things. I mean, I didn't do, but yeah, I can say it's been 6 years. I'm just trying to be with this language so that whatever I have confusion in my speaking and whatever I have dilemma for constructing the structures and all. So just I mean these in these 6 months I'm just learning those things. Nothing more than this.
Okay. So, may I know that what things you have to face while learning this language?
Okay. So yeah, there are a lot of things. First of all, I want to point out. First one is that I mean fear. I can say I always feel fear to speak in public. Whatever knowledge I have, I don't know why, but just I maybe my concepts are not clear. That's why I feel such kind of hesitation to speak in publicly. And yeah, I can say lack of confidence is the first thing which I always face to, I mean, learn during this journey. I have faced that I have less confidence to speak in publicly. This is, I can say nothing, otherwise, everything is okay, whatever I'm doing. And yeah, for my learning, I'm just trying to be with those persons who also eager to learn this language. So this is my, I mean, key, and I can say whatever I'm doing for this, that is the thing.
Uh, you said lack of confidence. Then, do you have any idea how we can build our confidence in public speaking?
Yeah. Uh, in my point of views, whatever I have surmised from for myself, first we have to clear our concept. Whatever I'm going to use, which structure I'm going to use, and whatever words I'm going to use in my sentence. We have, I mean, good knowledge about those things. That yeah, this structure is good for this, and whatever I'm using, if I have clear concept about those things, so confidence will come itself, and we will speak in publicly. I think it's my opinion on it, and I have realized it. I can say I have implemented it in my life. So it's my personal experience, I can say.
Yeah, you mean say that without a knowledge, people are not able to speak. That's why they feel hesitation, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, the people whose second language is English, they can't speak without their, I mean, deep knowledge. Otherwise, the people whose first language is like English, and people who is surrounded by such kind of people, they are always they are listening others to speak English. They are speaking English, whatever it is wrong and right. Someone is going to correct them. So they can learn from this process. But if I'm talking about the person who has, second language English, for them I can say, this is the important thing. They have to, knowledge about. They have to clear their concept. Then they can get those confidence to speak in public. It's my opinion.
Yes, but you mentioned many things in your last message. But my question is that some people say that English is not easy, and some say, yeah, it's easy, it's a piece of cake. But my question is that, ma'am, that you have been learning from many years. But do you have any idea and tips and tricks can people can learn easily this language within a few days?
Yeah. Okay. Within a few days, I want to say one thing. Um, Nothing is easy and nothing is hard. I mean, if we have dedication to learn anything, then we can do. And it's totally, I can say it's totally depend our it's totally depend on our mentality. Whatever I am thinking, if I have confidence to learn the language and I have passion to learn this language, then thing is going to be easy for me. I mean, but there is a process now, step by step. I have to delve into those things. Otherwise, the things is not going to be inculcated in our mind itself. I mean, first, if I'm going to read a word, for reading a word, we have to be knowledge about the alphabet. So I'm saying the step by step, if I'm going to delve in those things, then things is going to be according to us, and things will be easy. But if I'm talking about short time, nobody can learn the things in a short time. I mean, you can learn, but if your language is second and you want to be, good enough in those languages, then I can't say in a short time, short period, no, nothing can be happened. It's my opinion. I don't know about others. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, short time, how can we, if you don't know about the particular knowledge, you don't have any particular knowledge about anything, and you want to be master in those things, then you have to give some time for those things. I think it's my opinion. How, I mean, since childhood, when a baby born, that baby just trying to speak one word, ma, and everyone must know about those
Yes, if there were any shortcut way, then you would not be learning still
things.
this
So,
language.
I mean, it is a process. Learning the things is a process. It will take time. It's not a piece of cake. Yeah.
So may I know your
Hello.
reason why you are learning this
Hello.
language still? Means you are the still fluent and you don't need to learn. Just you need to try. You're in public session. You should speak in front of any. Hello.
Mukesh, I'm not able to hear you. Could you repeat your question?
You are
Hello.
already fluent in English language, and you are
Yeah.
saying that I am still learning this language. Why?
Yeah, I know. One thing firstly, I mentioned it that I have lack of confidence. I don't have confidence to speak in public. I don't know why it happens to me, but it happens to me. It's a true. And most of the time, I have seen. I get fumble in speaking publicly. I don't know what is the fear in it. I don't know, yeah. But yeah, I'm learning. I just want to be confident in those things. If I'm learning the things, it's my opinion. If I'm going to delve in these concepts, then one day definitely I can betrayed my fear from myself.
Okay. So, ma'am, how do you do practice?
Yeah, if I'm talking about practice, yeah, sometimes I do practice with my friends, and um, mostly if I'm talking about myself, what I'm doing for my learning English. So practice, and whenever I get the time, I just trying to read the newspaper. It's my, uh, I can say it's my hidden key, and this is the only key for my learning. I don't have now these days. I don't have too much time, but I try to give a half an hour for newspaper. And whenever I trying to read those newspaper, I just trying to read the newspaper in murmuring sound. I mean, I have to speak the words, whatever I'm going to read the lines. I have to speak in loud so
Reading
that those words
newspaper.
will go in my ears, how I am pronouncing those words, and what is the fluency of reading. I just do these things only for myself. And yeah, I have my son. He is 4 years old, and I just trying to speak with him whenever I get the chance. I mean, he speaks English only, so I can say, I mean, this is my, he is my partner for speaking.
Oh my god. Yeah. So is
Yeah.
this shortcut way to improve our English, reading newspaper?
Yeah, and reading newspaper, as you know, I mean, if you have little bit knowledge, I mean, your basic is clear, then you can go. I'm not talking about editorial, but yeah, you can go for a normal news and for word page. You will get lot of things. Your thing is going to be revised in a one go, whatever is written there. If you are going to read those things, whatever concept you have learned, you will definitely, you will get those things. Once you will go through those things, then thing is going to be revised day by day. And uh, and I mean, your GK is going to be improved definitely. And one more thing, you are going to learn the things, you are going to read the things is going to be in your mind. So I mean, new vocab, new sentences, how to frame the sentence in a good way. These things I can get from that. I mean, from newspaper. And except if some people don't have, I mean, some people don't like to read the newspaper, then they have a lot of, I mean, other options. I can say they can watch movie, and songs they can hear. Whatever interest you have, you can do these days. I mean, in the era of digital, and everyone is digital, everyone has phone and internet. They can access from Google.
You mentioned vocabulary. Then how to learn vocabulary?
Yeah, vocab. You know, I want to say, if anybody wants to learn the vocab, then they must go through newspaper. I mean, every day people get the new structure, the new vocab, and I mean, if you are going to read the newspaper for 1 or 2 months, you will get lot of vocab within those days, and after that, those words is going to be revised every day. You will get familiar with those phrases, verbs, if you are continue with the newspaper. I personally experienced it, so I am saying this.
Then what about the Hollywood movies? Some people say Hollywood is good. Hollywood movie is good to learn English language.
Yeah, you are right. And they, whatever they say correct. But you know, one thing I have seen and I have faced. If first time, if you are going to listen those Bollywood movie, I am going to watch those movies, then you will get one thing. I mean, their pronunciation and slang little bit tough. I mean, you can understand if you are going to pause every time and just trying to note down and just Google it, what does it mean? Then, I mean, you will get the thing, but that is not enjoyable. If you are going to watch the movie, and every time you are going to pause the scene and you just want to note down and just trying to Google it. So I think it will, after some time, you feel bored for this. But if you continue with your newspaper reading, 1 2 months you will be there. And after that, you, when once you, if you are familiar with those words, then you can watch those movies, and then I can say you will get the avail of those things. Otherwise, that is a little bit, in my opinion, that is not useful that much.
how to come out from our making mistake fear.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big problem. Yeah, but one thing is very important. Don't think about, I mean, mistake is very important. We should mention our mistakes and we should learn and we should work on our mistakes. But while speaking, it's my opinion, never think about the mistake. Whatever you want to convey your information to the second person, if you are able to convey in a one flow, then just trying to go with those flow and don't try to think about, hey, I want to say this sentence and how to construct, then you are going to speak, then nobody has this much time to listen you. They are not going to give you time. First he will construct the sentence in his mind, then he will deliver it to me. No, nobody has such much time to do such kind of thing. So it's my opinion, whatever you want to speak, just trying to speak in a one flow, and after speaking, just trying to think about what I said and what does it mean and where did I mistake. Just point out those mistakes, and after that, I mean, you should repeat those things alone and or with your friends where you are doing mistakes. You will get your points where I'm doing mistake, and you can correct yourself at that point. It's my personal view.
No, everyone makes mistake. Like I make mistake whenever I speak and whenever I write some stories and essays.
Yeah,
That time I feel that I am making mistake and I am not improving.
yeah,
It's a fear. Yeah. And what about your fun? How do you enjoy while learning this language?
yeah. Enjoy. I mean, if I'm going with any group and I'm going to join any classes, then that time we will get lot of friends there. So I don't want to talk to me. Okay, go to Papa. I'm coming. So I mean, from that I can say, from that platform I always I got lot of friends, and while learning, we enjoyed a lot there. I can say this. Yeah,
you,
you can make environment. If we have our cell phone, we can turn on our camera and we can record our whatever I want to speak. I can speak in front of camera and those things. After that, after speaking, I can watch the thing. Whatever I'm saying is correct or not correct. Whatever I have done mistakes, I can correct everything from myself. So by this, we can do.
but ma'am, you are saying that we can learn, we can do practice with our smartphone while recording. Okay, but the thing
Yeah,
is that
I mean,
who will rectify our errors?
yeah, rectifying our errors. I mean, if your basic is clear, then it comes now to speak. If you have knowledge about the letters, then you can make the words. So if your concept is clear at the letter level, then while speaking, when you are going to make the words, then I can say, I mean, you have that much knowledge that what is wrong and what is right. You can find out yourself. If you're, I previously I mentioned it, na. I mean, if we have knowledge about the things, then we can do. I mean, our concept should be clear. If this is the condition.
Means if we have to rectify our errors by ourselves.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, if it comes to speak firstly, then yeah, we can say that we can rectify our whatever we are doing mistakes. I can call those mistakes our silly mistakes. So we have that much knowledge, we can do.
Yeah, ma'am, but I tried this method, but in that method I was alone and there was no one, and I was not able to speak more. Just I spoke only 3 or 4 lines. After that, I got stuck.
Okay, you are saying that whenever you do, I mean, speaking alone that time. You don't get matters to speak.
Yes, but when it comes to do conversations with people, that time we can talk more.
Yeah, I mean conversation is both sides, na?
Yeah, we can
Hello.
say. Yes, yes, you're audible, ma'am.
That, yeah, that's why it happens.
Yes, ma'am. So, thank you so much for joining these sessions. Now I'm going to end this meeting.